Janet Yellen just spent time in China, and we have talked about having this sort of, I don't know, frenemy relationship with China, where we say we want to be friends in some ways, and we say we want to be enemies in others. This is a huge impact on Japan, to be honest. And the question is whether these mixed messages, whether you can be both, whether you really can be a frenemy.
No, here's what I think is fundamental, is that the United States is saying, look, you want to have a strategic competition, we're fine. But if you're going to continue to adopt the relationship of being a strategic adversary, these are going to be the consequences, and these are the steps we're going to be taking. I think that's exactly how you should approach it. China basically has spent a decade of intellectual property theft, economic espionage. I mean, take the look of semiconductors. ASML is obviously is a Dutch company. There's Tokyo Electron and Canon, which are Japanese companies. They compete and innovate, and they compete against each other. China was just seen stealing trade secrets from ASML. Tokyo Electron doesn't do that. Canon doesn't do that. So either we're going to be strategic competitors or strategic adversaries. Google just discovered in the AI space that China was stealing trade secrets. You can't have an economic competition where stealing and cheating are the norm and accepted.
You either disagree with you, Ambassador, but then the question is, if that is the case, then the answer isn't, I want to be your friend. The answer is, I can't be your friend at all.
No, the answer is exactly before this goes any further, is making a choice. That's why it was so weird to have U.S. business leaders in China applauding the leadership of the PRC, having all had their, I can't tell you as chief of staff how many one of those individuals were in the office talking about trade secrets being stolen or being forced to hand over all the family jewels so they can get access to the market. And then yet China's discovered, and by our own FBI and intelligence agencies, actually spreading misinformation in the United States.
You're making the argument against doing business with China.
I'm making the argument that you're very clear with China. And that the fact is, if you're going to continue down this road, here are going to be the consequences. That's what you do before you take that next step.